I think that's one of the biggest problems on the planet right now. After global security, climate crisis, and migration, and it is in a way the source of the problem. So what's happening that we have students graduating from universities who are unemployed or underemployed. So they do jobs that they didn't need to study what they studied. So they get a business degree and work in Starbucks as a barista, which is a great job, but they didn't need a business degree for that. And on the other side, there are great companies who are looking for sometimes hundreds of people for these newly emerging roles, and they cannot find it. So why is this happening? Because we're going through a very radical change in technology and innovation that's changing the nature of the industries. And how can we solve that? I think we have to innovate around our education systems, and the education providers, like universities, for example, should closely partner with potential employers, and they should go beyond providing courses and diplomas to skills, credentials, and jobs in a package. So I don't think a university should be able to get away with just giving a diploma anymore. We should be provider of jobs in partnership with a greater job ecosystem. And this is how we can solve the problem, and this will help us solve social problems, but also improve our economies. All the industries in the technology innovation is converging into one single industry, which is tech. So the financial services, retail, hospitality, they are all converging into single industry, tech. So any leader in any of these industries in the future has to be a tech leader. So how do we prepare? I think we do two things, and they are equally important. The first thing we do is we find out the roles and the skills needed in this transformation. So some people call them hard skills. I hate them. I call them professional skills, technology capabilities. So we find out about these skills and give them. The second thing, the most important, is then what they call soft skills. We call leadership skills. How do you use all these tech skills in relationship with others, like with your one-to-one peers and your team, your greater organization? So how do you coach? How do you facilitate? How do you lead a greater organization? So we give a balance of these skills in a curriculum that's highly practical and applicable. So we give theory in the background, but on the top it's always practice. That is how I think we should prepare the leader of tomorrow, with leadership and technology. I think this is a very important and great question. So what we call soft skills come out from this different research from World Economic Forum and consulting firms. And if you look at these lists, some of them are relevant, more relevant than others, but if you look at these lists, first they are the top 10 skills, 8 of them are these soft skills. So they are very complex skills like critical thinking, complex problem solving, resilience, creativity, all these skills. So how do you develop these skills? I think these skills normally should have been developed in the education system, much earlier. So, but by the time they come to the companies, if we don't have these skills, I don't think we can develop them in a 3-day course. So then we need an environment that would nurture these skills. So because of that, we always say culture first, digital second. So you have to build a culture that can, on one way, nurture, and on the other way, encourage these skills development. So people have to be critical, they have to solve problems, they have to innovate. So that's my formula to develop these skills. By these skills, I think organizations go beyond where they are and ahead of their industry and their own business model.